Hi, welcome back to my garden. So today I am gonna talk about lemongrass. I love lemongrass. This is my established lemongrass. It's almost as tall as me since I'm short. So I like putting them in the ground because they survive the winter better. These pots was from my old house because we've only been here for 2 years in this house, and this is basically what I call my mother plant because the propagation these lemongrass in my back, the huge one, came from this pots which I had in my older house. To propagate, I just grab a stalk because they they propagate like they shoot out sprouts in here. You can see it. There's some baby lemongrass right now sprouting from this one that's very tall. It's growing, so this might seed soon because it's really tall and it's sprouting some more. I'm gonna have to leave that there and try it and seed it. And as you can see, what I normally do, since I have way too much lemongrass, so I harvest the brown leaves that naturally dies in the plant. It's not like this plant is dying, it's just shedding like every other plant sheds. So I take these and I use this as mulching, and it works perfectly. Also, lemongrass is kind of like citronella. Mosquitoes doesn't like the smell of lemongrass, and some of other pests don't like the smell of it. I'm not very educated on which pests that they that doesn't like lemongrass, but I'm very sure about mosquitoes, and that's why I love this. There's not much where I'm at, but it's still great. And even though they are brown, they still have the smell and of the lemongrass, which the pest doesn't like it. So I feel like when I mulch with the lemongrass leaves, it protects the plants also. I have also used it in my ginger bed, since ginger like to have a wet soil all the time, not too wet because it will rot it, but just enough, and it has been working pretty well. And these are how I start my lemongrass propagation. So the first thing I do is I try and take, well, I normally take in that thing, but I take thing stock that's in the outside. I will show you. I will harvest one from the mother plant, not the big one that I'm trying to seed. Maybe this one. And I'm just gonna show you. You just try, and I use this weed thing to kind of pry it out like this. Make sure when you take it out, you're getting even a little root, and even when there's not a little root, it will still root as long as it has that stem in the bottom that has the ability to root. You could see these are new roots, and this was the old root that got stripped out. So that's how you do it. And I don't even use any pruning shears. I just basically cut it like this. And the ones that I cut from when I'm propagating, I leave out to be mulching, so nothing gets wasted. And then I normally mix the potting soil that has like those wood chips and steer manure. And basically the first 2 weeks of their lives, you want the soil like this, like very wet, but not too wet to rot it out. So this has been in here trying to make roots for 2 weeks now, because this one, when I took it out from the mother plant, didn't have any root at all. But I knew it will survive because, as you can see, this is kind of like the part of the lemongrass that will make root. You see this part, and you can see it in this one too, this part, so where the new roots grow. So this one, it doesn't look good right now, but you can see that's it's rooting. That's a root right there. See, it's rooting. So I am still gonna keep it in. These two can go together. And then once it got rooted, this is rooted ones. I'll show you. Look at those beautiful roots. So when it roots, then it shoots up again, and then when it's really happy, it makes new shoots to the side. It's beautiful, and they survive the winter. I am in Sacramento, California, so we are zone 9. I'm not sure if it's 9A or B. I'm still trying to figure that out. I learned gardening in the Philippines, so I am not very familiar with the weather yet. I am still figuring it out. The first time I had lemongrass, it died, and then I just kept trying to see what it likes, since I really don't have any education about this. And then I found this mix of the soil and how you wet the soil, and I found this method to propagate them more, and now I have a lot of it. And also, since I'm doing a front yard garden, I have bordered my front yard garden with lemongrass. If I do this right, and if I fertilize very frequently, I'm hoping they will be almost as tall as me, at least like the other plant, or taller than me. So it's a natural fence. So it's not just for cooking, it could be ornamental too, because they do stay this green unless some of the leaves died and you just clean it up, but they do stay this green all year long. So it's beautiful and it's yummy. The next video I'm gonna do about lemongrass will be how to cook with them. You can also make tea if you're going that route, but I grew up in the Philippines and we normally make soups with lemongrass, or marinate meat with it and grilling the meat. And I will show you all of the dishes that I personally know, and that my mom taught me using lemongrass. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.